The Run Happies are running. The Run Happies are selling. The Run Happies are winning. Eclipse champion Run Happy is showing a new dimension with winners on turf, dirt, and all weather. A record-breaking sprint champion, Run Happy is also showing winners at all distances, from 7 furlongs to 1.25 miles. A sire whose runners can carry his speed over all distances and all surfaces. Run Happy, price for value, and standing strong at Claiborne Farm.
The Frank E. Kilroe Mile is the first of the Grade 1s on Saturday's card at Anita Park. And let's take a look at a bullet drill from the number 2 Cabo Spirit from the George Pappadromo barn. He's going 5/8 on the outside of his company here about a week before his race. He starts head-and-head and ends up finishing about 3 to 4 lengths in front of his company, showing that he's gaining a lot of confidence from finishing in front of that company on his inside that is being urged a little bit towards the end. Even though his race was only about a month ago, he looks really fresh and ready to go off this work. He ran with a few of these horses in this race in the Thunder Road last time, but got the worst trip of them all and was forced about 7 wide around the turn, but was coming home in really good fashion. I think there's a lot of upside to Cabo Spirit, and I look forward to seeing him run in the Frank E. Kilroe Mile on Saturday.
Coming resolutely. Ring Weekend, Summer Front. Ring Weekend gonna win it. Ring Weekend and Drayton Van Dyke up to win the Kilroe.
Coming up next, it's the Frank E. Kilroe Mile. Welcome back, everybody. If you just got here, where have you been? Also, this is the start of the Golden Hour Pick 4, as we've been talking about. The last 2 races, Santa Anita, last 2 races at Golden Gate Fields. 3-5 favorite on a fan favorite by the name of Hong Kong Harry. Is Hong Kong the horse for you, or did you go elsewhere?
Hong Kong Harry is the horse for me, indeed, Pete. I've been a huge Hong Kong Harry fan for a very long time. What I like about Hong Kong Harry is I feel like he runs really well fresh, and he is coming in here off of a break. So because of that, I think he stands an even better chance than I think he normally would have stood. He's very versatile as far as where he could be placed, although we've seen him come from pretty far off of it as of late. His first couple of starts stateside, he was a lot closer. So should he need to, for some reason, be closer, he can be. I think a stablemate is going to press the pace or be the pace setter in here, the master of Foxhounds. We talked about Pratt's prowess on the day. He looked sensational coming over. So for me, it is Hong Kong Harry.
Balnikov, 8-1 also, I thought looked really good coming over. And this is the kind of horse that I think fits Umberto Reese quite well. This horse has a nice kick down the lane. We haven't seen since the Mathis Mile. One more bid, one by the way. But I think this is the kind of horse that if there's pace, and there should be, this is a horse who will definitely be running.
Okay, so here's my drawback with Balnikov. It's his first time here versus older horses. You mentioned one more bid went back to Florida, and he ran 5th, beaten like just over a length in the Pegasus turf. So he faced older horses there really well. I thought it was a good effort, but he didn't win. So for me, Balnikov has to overcome that hurdle, as does the 2 Cabo Spirit in here. So while we've been watching Balnikov be an absolute model of consistency, I'm just like, I have to take a step back and be like, okay, now you're taking on all of these big boys that are older, so let's see where he fits.
As far as the pace is concerned, it seems like Master of the Foxhounds, Air Force Red, probably the most likely to set the table here. Master of Foxhounds, the 6-year-old Warfront, how can you not root for him? He's an old war horse. He always comes to play. He always faces, for the most part, the top and the elite of the group. And there is a point where if he does get the job done, I couldn't be happier for the connections.
Yeah, I've backed him on several occasions, and I think that he hits the board again here today. I think he does the heavy lifting. They're going to put blinkers on because he has been running these longer turf distances. So putting him in a mile, he's going to need to be sharp, especially when Air Force Red's going to want to be on the lead. And Air Force Red can roll. He's gone 43 and change down the hill before. So this horse has speed.
Air Force Red, although 5 for 11 in the winner's circle, does have a win at the distance. This will be, I believe, the first time going against Grade 1 company.
Yes, he's very lightly raced. Like you said, the 11 starts, and they have tried him in Grade 2 company several times. He does have the Grade 2 win down the hill to his credit. He gets third, start off a break here. There's not a lot to dislike about him, but this is a challenging field. You were right.
Can you make a case for Gold Phoenix? Draws the rail of Kazushi Kimura aboard. Was last seen in the Breeders' Cup turf. Did not work out for him that particular day.
Look, Gold Phoenix is a cool dude. He has a win at a mile right here at Santa Anita. It was just an allowance score, but he did take a graded stake down at Del Mar. I think that I like the fact that they're bringing him back here to get him sharp. He did start off his stateside career going 6.5. That being said, I believe this is a prep race for him, that he's going to want to go longer. I think the odds reflect that. I wouldn't be surprised to see him closing late, but I definitely think he wants more ground.
20-1 on Cabo. Spirit just went by George Papapadromu. Horse had what I thought was a decent run in the Thunder Road last time out. It has won 2 of 4 at the distance of a mile.
Again, the 3-year-old facing older, and he faced older in the Thunder Road, and you can see it was a 6th place finish out of 11, so he just split the field. It was off of a break, and he did beat some good horses, but he'd have to make up ground on horses like Du Jour and Air Force Red.
Let's talk about Du Jour. Almost got the job done in the Thunder Road. That was also coming off over a year layoff, hadn't been seen since December 26th of 2021.
What a return effort from him. He looked so good closing with a furious rally there for Bob Baffert. Frankie Dettori going to take over here with the start under the belt. He should be sharper. He is a contender in this spot. I'm surprised you have 6-1 right now.
4 for 7 at the distance of a mile on the turf, but it has been a while. In fact, March 6th of 2021, when Royal Ship, a comp, tried it in the Kilroe Mile. He was 5th in a beat of 10, but he was also beating a length for the whole thing.
I like Royal Ship. He came off the layoff last year, like you mentioned, the Kilroe only beating the length. I don't necessarily know what his best surface is any longer, and I don't know what his best distance is, but I know the handicappers report says he has been training ultra sharp. He's a fit and ready horse today. He gets the turn back. He also gets the blinkers on to help with that. And I mean, you get Mike Smith in the irons.
Hong Kong Harry's expected. The odds on choice at 3-5. However, I think there's a little more to this, and I think you're about to find out in 6 minutes. The Golden Hour Pick 4 pool currently at 122,901. The first of 2 Grade 1s to close out the show tonight. This is the Frank E. Kilroe Mile.
Jay Cohen, Rick Tyree, and Bill Frazier call the field out for the Frank E. Kilroe Mile. It's a Grade 1 event, scratch number 8, Irideo. Folks, we still have time. If you've ever dreamed about what it would be like riding a thoroughbred down our unique downhill course, you can feel that thrill with our free virtual reality experience. It's located in our Seabiscuit Court. Jump aboard our hobby horse, don our VR glasses, and you'll virtually fly down the hill surrounded by other horses and jockeys. The fun is free, and it continues at the Seabiscuit Court until the end of the day. The 11th race, the Grade 1 Frankie Kilroe Mile, is the start of the Golden Hour Pick 4, which of course combines the last two races from Santa Anita Park with the final two from Golden Gate Fields. Post time, 5 minutes away. Ladies and gentlemen, Santa Anita Park is proud to present the field for the Grade 1 Frankie Kilroe Mile. Number 1 is Gold Phoenix. Owned by Little Red Feather Racing, Sterling Stables, and Nafi, trained by Phil D'Amato with Kazushi Kimura. Number 2 is Cabo Spirit, owned by Kretz Racing, trained by George Papapadromo, and ridden by Joe Bravo. 3, Master of Foxhounds, carries the colors of Rockingham Ranch. He is trained by Phil D'Amato. John Velasquez up. Number 4, Air Force Red, owned by Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners and Go Lightly, trained by Leonard Powell with Juan Hernandez. 5 is Balnikov, owned by Little Red Feather Racing, Mataket Stables, Old Bones Racing Stable. Phil D'Amato trains, Umberto Rispoli rides. Number 6 is Hong Kong Harry, owned by Anastasi, Ukagawa, and Valaza, trained by Phil D'Amato with Flavien Pratt. 7, De Jour is owned by Baffert and Lanny, trained by Bob Baffert with Frankie Dettori. And rounding out the field is Royal Ship, owned by Fox Hollow Racing and Sienna Farm, trained by Richard Mandela and ridden by Mike Smith. That's the field for the Frank E. Kilroe Mile. The Grade 1 event is just 3 minutes away.
Holly Golightly owns in partnership with Eclipse Thoroughbreds Air Force Red. What's his nickname around the barn, Holly?
Well, they call him the Bentley because he's like automatic. He's easy to be around. He's smart. They're like, oh, let's get on the Bentley and just take him for a little cruise. So
He's pretty easy on the eyes, too.
yeah, he's beautiful. He's so powerful and strong. And he always watches. He has that one little white eye, so you can see him like looking right at you. I love it.
He's currently a pretty good price on the board. He's got speed. Are we planning on utilizing that speed today?
Well, that's up to JJ. He's the boss out there. I feel like they will. But again, what JJ wants to do, I'm 100% behind that. I want JJ to end up across that line first.
There are a lot of fresh horses. We've had a lot of rain here. What has Leo told you about how he's been training? Because I've seen him coming off the track and he's been breathing fire.
Oh, well, Leo's kind of tight-lipped about everything. When we text him, he'll be like, all is well. And when we get the all is well, we're like, okay, all is well. All is well. So, yeah. I mean, no news is good news, right?
All is well. Best of luck here with Air Force Red.
Thank you.
Holly, go lightly.
Thanks.
It's getting a little bit chilly out here at Anita Park. The clouds are just coming over the mountains behind us and coming over to the track, but this is a great race, the Grade 1 Kilroe Mile, and they have a lot of good horses in here. The number 6, the favorite, Hong Kong Harry, he's just a horse that has the most personality in the barn. He's always making everybody laugh, always the most intelligent horse in the barn, and he has been going crazy in his stall waiting to run for the last few months. So I'm definitely excited to see what he does when he gets turned loose by Flavien Prat. He's just been the model of consistency and really just a special horse for these connections. The number 9, Royal Ship, does add blinkers on today. They do add the blinkers because he had a tendency in the mornings to maybe wheel sometimes or be a little bit spooky. He is a very good feeling horse, so he is a little bit wild when he comes out on the track or in the paddock. You might have seen him, but that's normal for him. They do keep the blinkers on because of that reason, and I think he has a good shot today off the layoff. He has been training very good with some good 6 and 7 furlong works for trainer Richard Mandela. And this will be an interesting race. Some really good horses in here. Horses are coming onto the turf for the Grade 1 Frank Kilroe Mile.
It's post time for the Grade 1 Frank E. Kilroe Mile. Golden Hour Pick 4 pool about to sail over 200,000. Thank you to our fans for embracing the Golden Hour Pick 4 with our sister track, Golden Gate Fields. Balnikov and Gold Phoenix. Here's De Jour. Cabo Spirit has taken up his spot. Master of Foxhounds for Rockingham Ranch goes up. Here's Hong Kong Harry. Royal Ship. Air Force Red. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Frank E. Kilroe Mile. Air Force Red broke beautifully, but he has company on the front end in the form of Master of Foxhounds and Cabo Spirit down on the inside. Hong Kong Harry comes away in 4th. Gold Phoenix is down at the rail. Then it's Royal Ship, followed by De Jour, who was just passed by Balnikov. Rounding the first turn, and Air Force Red. And he takes command at once, utilizing that natural speed, and has a 2-length lead over Master of Foxhound second. Cabo Spirit at the rail, and Flavien Prat has Hong Kong Harry about 4 lengths off the lead under a tight hold. Royal Ship moves up 3 wide outside Gold Phoenix, Balnikov, and stretch running De Jour at the back of a compact field. About 5 lengths covers them with a half-mile left to run. Air Force Red is the target, pursued by Master of Foxhound second. Hong Kong Harry inches up on the outside of Cabo Spirit, who's on the rail and 3 lengths off the lead. They're followed by Royal Ship, Balnikov, Gold Phoenix, and De Jour. Hong Kong Harry makes his move right now, coming to the quarter pole. Between horses, it's Master of Foxhounds and Air Force Red fights on down at the rail. Cabo Spirit, Balnikov, they're at the top of the stretch. Air Force Red digs in, confronted by Hong Kong Harry on the outside. Cabo Spirit, De Jour is coming with a menacing run in the center of the course. Coming to the 16th pole, a wide open scramble. Gold Phoenix in between. Here's Gold Phoenix and De Jour. Gold Phoenix has won the Frank E. Kilroe Mile under Kazuchi Kimura. De Jour was a flying second. Behind them, it was a battle between Cabo Spirit and Hong Kong Harry. Number 1, Gold Phoenix was first. 7, De Jour finished second. 2, Cabo Spirit third. 6, Hong Kong Harry was fourth. And number 4, Air Force Red finished fifth. 1-7-2-6-4. No one hit that super high 5. We're going to have a huge pool in the finale, the Big Cap, 11,144 carries in the super high 5. In the Run Happy winner's circle, Gold Phoenix, a 5-year-old chestnut gelding by Bellardo out of Magnifica, owned by Little Red Feather Racing, Sterling Stables, and Nafee. The winning trainer, Phil D'Amato. Big day for Phil D'Amato. That's his 3rd winner on the afternoon. Congratulations, Phil D'Amato. The jockey, Kazushi Kimura. Gold Phoenix was bred in Ireland by Mighty Universe Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Run Happy winner's circle, making the presentation to the connections of Gold Phoenix, Little Red Feather Racing, Sterling Stables, and Nafee, Phil D'Amato and Kazushi Kimura, is Mr. Jason Egan, the Santa Anita Park Director of Racing and Racing Secretary. "19 minutes to the big one, the Santa Anita Handicap, presented by Yamava Resort and Casino. Start of the golden hour double, 19 minutes to post. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe Cadman is standing by in the Run Happy winner circle.
Thanks, Frank. Gold Phoenix takes the grade 1 Kilroe Mile. Excuse me, you got me tongue-tied here. Here with Billy Koch, a huge day for Phil D'Amato, a huge day for Little Red Feather. How are you feeling with a fantastic win like that under your belt?
You know, this horse, GFP, you know what we call him. He showed up today. I mean, this was a prep, but Phil and his team did an amazing job, and congrats to all the partners. I mean, winning in grade 1 is special. I remember this race when we ran with Singletary and we lost. We got beat a nose by Sweet Return. And I've always wanted to win this race for all these people. I mean, they put so much time and money and effort into the game. And I know Phil's barn. I'm staring at Jessica right now. It's just an amazing feeling. This is why we do what we do.
Yeah, well, save those tears for Newgrange coming up in the Big Cap next.
We're going to try. It's tough to beat Baffert. I walked by Tom Ryan just now and I said, hey, this is a turf race. Don't worry about this one.
All right, well done. Gold Phoenix takes the grade 1 Kilroe Mile. Go get them with Newgrange.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's 2 wins today for Little Red Feather Racing. Seems like long ago, but it was today's first race. They won with Conclude as well. Congratulations to Little Red. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Frank E. Kilroe Mile. Air Force Red broke beautifully, but he has company on the front end in the form of Master of Foxhounds and Cabo Spirit down on the inside. Hong Kong Harry comes away in 4th. Gold Phoenix is down at the rail. Then it's Royal Ship, followed by De Jour, who was just passed by Balnikov. Rounding the first turn, and Air Force Red. And he takes command at once, utilizing that natural speed, and has a 2-length lead over Master of Foxhound second. Cabo Spirit at the rail, and Flavian Pratt has Hong Kong Harry about 4 lengths off the lead under a tight hold. Royal Ship moves up 3 wide outside Gold Phoenix, Balnikov, and stretch running De Jour at the back of a compact field. About 5 lengths covers them with a half-mile left to run. Air Force Red is the target, pursued by Master of Foxhound second. Hong Kong Harry inches up on the outside of Cabo Spirit, who's on the rail and 3 lengths off the lead. They're followed by Royal Ship, Balnikov, Gold Phoenix, and De Jour. Hong Kong Harry makes his move right now, coming to the quarter pole. Between horses, it's Master of Foxhounds and Air Force Red fights on down at the rail. Cabo Spirit, Balnikov, they're at the top of the stretch. Air Force Red digs in, confronted by Hong Kong Harry on the outside. Cabo Spirit, De Jour is coming with a menacing run in the center of the course. Coming to the 16th pole, a wide open scramble. Gold Phoenix in between. Here's Gold Phoenix and De Jour. Gold Phoenix has won the Frank E. Kilroe Mile under Kazuchi Kimura. De Jour was a flying second. Behind them, it was a battle between Cabo Spirit and Hong Kong Harry.
It takes many forms, often revealing itself in dramatic fashion, forever reshaping how we see the world around us. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
For a limited time, Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is matching casino card tiers and offers. Join Club Serrano and start earning for the best comps, promotions, and entertainment experiences. Bring in your card and best offer today, and we'll match it. Details at yamava.com. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
But Ashukar is still there. Ashukar, right too late. It's Seabiscuit on the rail. Seabiscuit are tagged. And coming on there is Seabiscuit. Seabiscuit wins it. A new world champion. And listen to that crowd.
Down the stretch they come. Affirmed has the lead by 5. It's Affirmed in front, and Affirmed wins the Big Cap. The bid in front by 3. A spectacular bid. What a performance. Here comes John Henry. Those two are going to battle the wire. John Henry on the outside. Kilroe at the rail. Loses a third. Alan Cleaver wins the Big Cap by about a neck at the end. It's going to be Tiz now, the American sensation. Lava Man has now let loose into the top. The 8-pole captains accelerate with an unassailable lead in the set. Anita Handicap accelerate by 5 lengths.
Here comes Idol with giant strides. Express train for Idol. Idol perfectly timed. And it proves again, Santa Anita really is the great race place.
A who's who of the Hall of Fame. This is the granddaddy of them all, the Big Cap Grade 1 event. This is the moment we've all been waiting.
Yeah, it's been an exciting day to get here. I thought the Kilroe was an amazing race. GFP coming through there for Little Red Feather, who comes to try to back it up again. And they have Newgrange coming in the Santa Anita Handicap. He is coming off a victory in the San Pasqual, and he is currently 6-1 right now.
Looking at the field here, and again, you look at this as a race, obviously 3-2 on the 5, defunded and deservedly so with that runner-up performance in the Pegasus Invitational. However, this is a race that I think you can obviously make cases for a lot in the field.
Yeah, you certainly can. You mentioned the defendants coming out of a runner-up effort. He was the favorite, and Art Collector beat him squarely on the nose. He can rebound from that, but it's not going to be a walk in the park.
We will return with the Big Cap right now, second leg of that Golden Hour Pick 4. We picked them up on the turn.
First half of the race, Trinidad into the turn, maintains the lead of a length and a half. Mother's Prayer in the second position. Sea Dog in honor of autism, still side by side. Sea Dog a clear third in honor of autism, losing that spot. He's under pressure. Then comes Happy Does, Della Luna at the back. Obes is getting into it. Has a lot of ground to make up though. As they come off the turn, Trinidad, he's the longest shot in the race, leads the field off the turn. Mother's Prayer, they're to engage on the outside. He's getting a lot closer, and he pounces and takes the lead away from Trinidad. Mother's Prayer coming to the 16th pole is taken over. Trinidad trying to hold on for a minor placing. Sea Dog up into second, and then Happy Does and Obes who's coming on late, but it's Mother's Prayer to win. Mother's Prayer a length and a half. Sea Dog second. 3-horse Photo for the Shodo. Happy Does and Obes. Trinidad was there too.
Horses you can see getting ready as they're taking their final prep for coming into the ring. Horse in front of us there is the 6-horse Warrant for trainer Brad Cox. Comes off a win at Fairgrounds last time out. Prior to that, horse hadn't been seen since July of last year.
I like Warren in here. I liked him last year, and he was beaten just a neck by Express Train in the Big Cap. Subsequently, he has run a bunch of races that I feel like are good, including a win off the bench. I like that they got the freshener into him. He doesn't have to come into this race without any other racing experience. It's a similar pattern to how he came into the Santa Anita Handicap last year. I truly think that he wants this type of a distance, or maybe even further, as you can see from his runner-up effort in the Brooklyn. So I don't blame Brad Cox for bringing him back out here at this chance for Grade 1 glory.
Michael Stidham on the outside has got the 11 Proxy for Godolphin, who was an impressive win in the Grade 1 Clark back in November over Churchill. Horses only tried a mile and a quarter, although bred absolutely for a top and bottom and did not hit the board on that occasion.
I don't necessarily know if he is bred top and bottom. Panny Ray was a really good filly, but she's by include. I do see a little bit of distance limitation there. Tappett's obviously run all day long. I don't know what excuse he had in the Pegasus World Cup, but it was so off kilter for him. I could just draw a line right through it, no problem. He is such a picture of consistency. If you like him, I wouldn't talk you off of him. He did notch his Grade 1 in the Clark, although I don't think that field was anywhere near as competitive as this field is here.
Of course, we're also trained by Mr. Bob Baffert is the 8 Hopper. Hopper should have speed. The question is, can he go a mile and a quarter with the son of Declaration of War?
Blinkers coming on for him today. He took them off for the San Pasquale, and we see that did result in him being defeated. Maybe it's good for him as well. He gets off the rail. He has been drawn along the rail in his last two. While I do think he can be forwardly placed, I don't necessarily know if he is a need the lead type. He was kind of out there, you know, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't need it when I watch him. He's not like a headstrong horse.
Right. 4-horse, 16-1, and is a favorite for a lot of people. Stiletto Boy was a third-place finish in the Pegasus Invitational for trainer Ed Moger. Kent DeSormo looking to do what only two other jockeys prior, including the great Bill Shoemaker, and that is win this race in 3 different decades.
That's a pretty cool milestone to try and achieve. DeSormo has been teamed up with Stiletto Boy previously, and he is a good old-fashioned check getter, right? He only has the 3 lifetime wins, but he's banked over $1.4 million. He has won a graded stake here at Santa Anita. The mile and the quarter might just be stretching him a touch, but I feel like he always gives his A game, and he's a cool horse to follow regardless of his outcome.
25-1 for the 7, Haywood's Beach. It's Horonis Racing, so as we all know, anything is possible with these connections. This is another horse who has proven to like the distance and always seems to be there recently.
He certainly does like the distance. He's been facing a lot easier as of late, except for the Country Grammar, obviously, in the San Antonio. But if you look prior to that, the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, the Tokyo City, not the toughest of races, maybe. He wants more ground. We certainly know this. Mile and a quarter off of the layoff could be tough to do, but he's got a lot of foundation to lean on. Still, I'd be a touch surprised to see him upset this particular field.
The one horse is There Goes Harvard for trainer Michael McCarthy. This horse is a winner at the distance. In fact, was a winner of the Gold Cup back in May of last year, right here at Santa Anita, going a mile and a quarter. Can Kazushi Kimura pull off 2 grade 1s on the card?
Possibly, right? And this horse coming from the rail as well, just like Gold Phoenix was. Like you mentioned, he won the Gold Cup. He's only raced twice since then. That is a real concern for me, especially because they were both really poor efforts. He seems to be working very well. He's a funny running horse. He runs with his head way up high in the air. I'm just not sure where to put him. He's the horse that if he wins, you're like, well, he's won a grade 1. And if he runs up the track, you're like, well, he hasn't been running good. So he's really tough for me to put a finger on. I did not include him in my tickets, but if you did, I wouldn't be like, hey, you're crazy.
That'll do it for the two of us. We'll still hear more, of course, from Zoe Cadman and, of course, Jessica Pfeiffer out at the gate. For everyone here at First Racing, we thank you so much for being with us today. The big one coming up, the granddaddy of them all, the Santa Anita Handicap presented by Yamava Resort and Casino. Good luck, everybody.
It's been a great show put on by Jay Coe and Rick Tyree and Bill Frazier. Thank you, gentlemen, as they call the field out onto the track for the Santa Anita Handicap presented by Yamava Resort and Casino. Scratch 2, Parnelli. Scratch 9, Scarlet Fusion. This is the beginning of the golden hour double, post time in 4 minutes. As Southern California's home of huge prizes and jackpots, Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is the place for amazing concerts as well at their Yamava Theater. Coming soon, Banda MS, March 19th, George Thorogood and the Destroyers, March 24th, and Dane Cook, March 31st. Get your tickets today at YamavaTheater.com or the casino box office. And don't forget to book your stay at the luxurious hotel at Yamava. As the closest casino and resort to Santa Anita Park, come experience world-class gaming, dining, and entertainment only at Yamava. Ladies and gentlemen, Santa Anita Park is proud to present the field for the Santa Anita Handicap presented by Yamava Resort and Casino. Number 1 is There Goes Harvard, owned by Cannon Thoroughbreds, trained by Michael McCarthy with Kazushi Kimura. 3 is Newgrange, owned by Rockingham Ranch, David Burnson, and Little Red Feather Racing, trained by Phil D'Amato and ridden by Frankie Dettori. Number 4 is Stiletto Boy, owned by Steve Moger, trained by Ed Moger Jr., with Kent DeSormo up. 5 is Defunded, owned by Mike Pegram, Carl Watson, and Paul Whiteman, trained by Bob Baffert. The jockey is Juan Hernandez. Next in the post parade is Warrant, owned by Twin Creeks Racing Stables, trained by Brad Cox. The jockey is Flavien Pratt. 7, Haywood's Beach in the colors of Horonis Racing, trained by John Sadler with Ramon Vasquez. 8, Hopper, racing for Lanny Bloodstock, SF Racing, Madaket Stable, trained by Bob Baffert with Mike Smith. 10, Tis Quantum is owned by Rebecca Young, trained by Rolando Quinones. The jockey is Hector Barrios. And completing the field is Godolphin's Proxy, trained by Michael Stidham. The jockey is John Velasquez. That's the field. Just a minute on the board to post time. They're heading toward the starting gate for the Big Cap.
Happily joined by my good friend Michael Stidham, the trainer of the 11 Proxy. Now, Michael, the last time we saw him was down at Gulfstream Park. Things didn't quite go his way. What did you take from that race?
Well, we knew going in that race was a speed bias type of track. We drew the one hole. He was climbing down the backside and really made up no ground until he turned for home. And then he was able to get clear and make up a little bit of ground. But today, hopefully, going a mile and a quarter should help him. And we get a little better position.
Is the outside draw going to help him with Johnny?
I think it will, because he won't be getting all that dirt kicked in his face going around the first turn, and hopefully get a little better position than he had at Gulfstream.
Is he the type of horse that Johnny's going to have to pedal?
Absolutely, and he learned that from when he rode him as a 3-year-old, so he knows him very well, and I think he's prepared to ride him the right way.
Michael, best to have you here, and best of luck here.
Thank you. Thank you,
Michael
Zoe.
Stidham at Proxy.
My friend Zoe.
Mwah.
What a great race our first grade 1, the Frank Kilroe Mile, was today. And now we just move on to what we've all been waiting for, the Santa Anita Handicap. A few horses caught my eye in the warm-up. They got really good warm-ups underneath their jockeys. The number 6, Warrant, really caught my eye. He looked beautiful in the warm-up underneath Flavien Pratt. A really good gallop from him, as well as the outside horse, Proxy, the number 11, as we just heard from Michael Stidham, also looked great in the warm-up, getting his solo warm-up. A horse that I've loved since the entries came out was the number 1, There Goes Harvard. I told Kazushi Kimura before the last race, save your energy for the last race. Save it for the Santa Anita Handicap. And then he went on and won another grade 1 in the last race. So really hoping Kazushi Kimura can get 2 grade 1s on the day. That would be amazing for him, as he just shipped in here to Santa Anita Park. Also, cannot forget to talk about the 3 New Grange from Philip D'Amato's barn. One of my all-time favorites, one of the most beautiful horses in our barn. He won the San Pasqual last time, and I'm hoping he can just repeat that again today in the San Anita Handicap. That would just be an amazing way to close the day for the Phil D'Amato barn. Horses are coming up to the gate for the biggest race of them all, the San Anita Handicap.
The horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time for the Big Cap. Loading in the gate for the Santa Anita Handicap. Presented by Yamava Resort and Casino. Hopper takes up his position. Here's Stiletto Boy. Tiz Quantum coming up. Defunded. Warrant and Proxy will be the last 2 to load. Proxy walking up in the Godolphin blue. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Santa Anita Handicap, presented by Yamava Resort and Casino. And Stiletto Boy and that White Blaze going right to the front. Warrant came away in good order, and Defunded is prominent too in between them. Hopper is on the far outside, so 4 of them line up by the stands the first time. New Grange is next, followed by There Goes Harvard. Proxy has settled about 5 lengths off the pace. He's followed by Haywood's Beach, and Tiz Quantum is at the back. 10 lengths covers them into the first turn, and Defunded is quickest. Takes the lead away from Stiletto Boy. Hopper on the outside moves into second. They're followed by Warrant, who was in a bit tight. The same can be said for New Grange, who's 5th, 4 lengths off the lead with 6 furlongs to go. There Goes Harvard is 7 lengths off the pace. It's another 3 to Haywood's Beach. Proxy yet to do his best running, and Tiz Quantum is at the back of the field. Down the back stretch, and it's Hopper and Defunded. The stablemates right together. 1.5 lengths back to Warrant in 3rd. Stiletto Boy races in 4th. At the rail, There Goes Harvard is trying to make a move, and he is now 2 lengths in front of New Grange, who's 7 lengths off the lead. Down at the rail, Tiz Quantum, Haywood's Beach between those 2, and John Velasquez asking Proxy to go now. 3 furlongs remain in the Big Cap, and it's Defunded on the inside, just in front. Hopper won't go away. He's right with him. They'll arrive at the quarter pole together. Just behind them, There Goes Harvard is asked to pick it up a bit in 3rd. They're at the top of the stretch. Hopper on the outside, and Defunded are nose and nose. Stiletto Boy, There Goes Harvard, and Tiz Quantum. Proxy starting to pick up some nice momentum in the center of the track, and Proxy is finding his best stride as Defunded shakes loose. Defunded 3-length lead. Proxy on the outside. Stiletto Boy also in it. Stiletto Boy coming at Defunded. Stiletto Boy has won the Santa Anita Handicap under a Hall of Fame ride from Kent DeSormo. Proxy and Defunded were right there battling it out for second. It's a photo finish in the Big Cap. Number 4, Stiletto Boy was first. 11, Proxy finished second. 5, Defunded was third. 8, Hopper fourth. And 1, There Goes Harvard was fifth. 4, 11, 5, 8, 1. The Santa Anita Handicap presented by Yamava Resort and Casino is official. It was 1992 when Best Pal won under Kent DeSormo. Then in 2002, Kent rode Milwaukee Brew to victory. And today, he rides Stiletto Boy to another Big Cap victory. Congratulations, Hall of Famer Kent DeSormo with a masterful ride aboard Stiletto Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the Run Happy Winner's Circle, Stiletto Boy, a 5-year-old chestnut gelding by Shackelford out of Rosie's Ransom, owned by Steve Moger. Congratulations, trainer Ed Moger Jr. and Hall of Famer Kent DeSormo, once again winning the Big Cap. Stiletto Boy was bred in Kentucky by John and Yvetta Kerber. Today's running time, 2:01.96 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, Santa Anita Park is honored to welcome to the Run Happy Winner's Circle one of the most highly respected members of the racing community here in California and nationwide, Samantha Siegel, as she presents today's Santa Anita Handicap Trophy. A longtime owner-breeder based here in California, Samantha's blue and green JMS stable colors have represented racing excellence for nearly 50 years. currently on the board of directors of the TOC. Samantha is also active in several racing charities, including the Edwin J. Gregson Foundation and Karma. Please join us in welcoming Samantha Siegel as she presents the Big Cap Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, directing your attention to the Run Happy Winner's Circle and Zoe Cadman.
Stiletto Boy takes the Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap here with some very happy winning connections. And to my right, we'll start with you, Steve. How are you feeling? You just won the Big Cap.
Pretty amazing. Yeah, it's been a long ride. So thanks to Kent, did a great job. So my brother. So
Ed, you've been around California for an awfully long time. What does it feel to win the marquee race here at the Great Race Place with such a cool horse?
Yeah, I love the horse, and you know, it's like a great race to win in California. It's been a famous race for a long time, and it feels great to win it.
He has danced every dance. It seems like you can put him on a plane and take him just about anywhere.
that's right. No flight line today. So no Knicks go, no, life is good. Here we are.
What did you think about Kent's ride?
I think it was perfect.
Ken, took you 3 decades to win 3 Big Caps. How are you feeling right now?
Well, I think it took a lot of bravado from the owner and trainer to let me ride the horse after my debacle exactly 1 year ago. So I feel like that's come full circle. So let's put that to bed. This horse, I've always known him as a good horse, a great horse. They let him ride me again, and I willed him to win, I swear to God.
Congratulations. And let's hear a big cheer for the connections of Stiletto Boy, who took down the Grade 1 Santa Anita Handicap. Well done, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you a race from Golden Gate Fields, after which we'll go over the prices.
Just a couple more runners to load in. Turiev and Princess of Del Mar. Waiting for Turiev to take her turn in the gate. As we welcome in our friends at Santa Anita Park tuning in, congratulations on a big Cap day today for you. And there was a giant roar from the Golden Gate crowd as Stiletto Boy crossed the wire first. Of course, trained by the local Ed Moger Jr. and trained right here at Golden Gate Fields. Princess of Del Mar to round out the group, folks. Last race of the day today. We're ready to go. And they're off. in the finale. Uneventful break. Turioff on the outside broke smoothly. He's going to take back. Here's She's Resilient, the first-time starter from the George Papadromo barn, is quickest and leads the way, opens up a length and a half on Raucous Tizzy. Princess of Delmar moving forward to be a joint second. Get My Point and Turioff, they run together side by side. They're 2 lengths clear of another pair, Sparkle Sweetly and Smile in Profile. Look out past. The Gray Filly is last as they hit the 4th turn. Battle ensues on the lead. Princess of Delmar punches forward from the rail post and has a share of the lead with She's Resilient, who's right there. Length and a quarter to Raucous Tizzy, running in 3rd. Get My Point right behind in 4th on the fence in a pocket, searching for racing room. Then comes Turioff under a hard ride. Smile in Profile, 3 lengths behind. As they come off the turn, Princess of Delmar drops back, and She's Resilient clearly ahead. Get My Point finds a seam on the outside, tries to attack the leader. She's Resilient, furlong left. She's got to show some resilience here as Get My Point tries to get by her, but She's Resilient keeps going strong. It's going to be a hat trick for the birthday boy, Evan Roman. She's Resilient at first asking wins it. An invader from Southern California. Get My Point was 2nd. Photo for 3rd. Smile in Profile, Turioff in 5th with Sparkle Sweetly to round out the high 5.
We had a mandatory payout today in the pick 6, but first we'll go over the earlier payoffs. Pick 3, $315.50. The pick 4, $1,192.85. The 50-cent late pick 5, $104,146.40. The super high 5 in the big cap, $11,190.70. The rainbow 6, $208,000 plus in the rainbow 6. Congratulations to the winning ticket holders. That concludes our live racing program for this afternoon. We do have another racing card tomorrow, Sunday, and a reminder once again that a special card will take place here at Santa Anita Park on Thursday. First post tomorrow is at 12:30. Handicapping seminar with Tom Quigley and Quigley's Corner will begin at 11:20 a.m. Our own Michelle Yu, Santa Anita simulcast host, worldwide traveler, and analyst, will be there to handicap the Sunday card with Tom Quigley tomorrow. On behalf of the staff and management at Santa Anita Park and our partners at Yamavar Resort and Casino, we thank you for your attendance and participation on this extraordinary day of racing. Good night from the Great Race Place. There goes Harvard. Is 7 lengths off the pace. It's another 3 to Haywood's Beach. Proxy yet to do his best running, and Tiz Quantum is at the back of the field. Down the back stretch, and it's Hopper and Defunded. The stablemates right together. A length and a half back. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Santa Anita Handicap, presented by Yamava Resort and Casino. And Stiletto Boy and that White Blaze going right to the front. Warrant came away in good order, and Defunded is prominent too in between them. Hopper is on the far outside, so four of them line up by the stands the first time. Newgrange is next, followed by There Goes Harvard. Proxy has settled about 5 lengths off the pace. He's followed by Haywood's Beach, and Tiz Quantum is at the back. 10 lengths covers them into the first turn, and Defunded is quickest. Takes the lead away from Stiletto Boy. Hopper on the outside moves into second. They're followed by Warrant, who was in a bit tight. The same can be said for Newgrange, who's fifth, 4 lengths off the lead with 6 furlongs to go. There Goes Harvard is 7 lengths off the pace. It's another 3 to Haywood's Beach. Proxy yet to do his best running, and Tiz Quantum is at the back of the field. Down the back stretch, and it's Hopper and Defunded. The stablemates right together. 1.5 lengths back to Warrant in third. Stiletto Boy races in fourth. At the rail, There Goes Harvard is trying to make a move, and he is now 2 lengths in front of Newgrange, who's 7 lengths off the lead. Down at the rail, Tiz Quantum, Haywood's Beach between those two, and John Velasquez asking Proxy to go now. 3 furlongs remain in the Big Cap, and it's Defunded on the inside just in front. Hopper won't go away. He's right with him. They'll arrive at the quarter pole together. Just behind them, There Goes Harvard is asked to pick it up a bit in third. They're at the top of the stretch. Hopper on the outside, and Defunded are nose and nose. Stiletto Boy, There Goes Harvard, and Tiz Quantum. Proxy starting to pick up some nice momentum in the center of the track, and Proxy is finding his best stride as Defunded shakes loose.